The Reggiane Aeronautica's need to equip itself with a metal monoplane fighter led to a first competition which saw the Fiat G50 and the Mach-E 200 as winners, compared with the best aircraft of the same type, which had been adopted by the British Air Force and from the German Air Force. Yes, I think I'm opting for a new phase of the competition to obtain an aircraft with even better performance, but still with a radial engine, which was thought to be much more suitable for the logistics of the Reggiane Aeronautica, but also with lower maintenance costs and easier enemy fire survival. Gianni Caproni, owner of Reggiane, will take up the challenge through Reggiane with the work of the engineer Longhi and his team. Longhi opted for advanced construction techniques used in American industry, aiming for a very limited use of steel in reducing redundancies and favoring industrial processes that avoided the use of skilled labor as much as possible. The result is an aircraft with excellent aviation qualities, excellent handling, excellent robustness, with excellent speed qualities, and which had in itself cutting-edge design features, such as for example the wing which was used as a non-self-sealing fuel tank, as was the case with the Mitsubishi A6M. This latter feature was seen by the Reggiane Aeronautica as dangerous for a fighter aircraft. It was not a totally wrong idea. In fact, we know that this detail was one of the main reasons that made the exceptional Japanese fighters less and less competitive in the continuation of the war. But we are already talking about the end of 1942. The Reggiane fighter could have entered the line en masse already in the second part of 1939, ensuring at least 2 years of use to then be replaced by decidedly superior machines such as the Mach-E 20, 2 and the Reggiane 2001. Furthermore, the supposed dangerousness of the Reggiane's tank wings was not confirmed in combat. In fact, the 70 Reggiane Re 2000s sold to Hungary had the same percentage of losses in combat as the Messerschmitt 109 due to aircraft firing during air combat in 1941. Although the Messerschmitt 109 had all self-repairing fuel tanks, for the simple reason that most of the fires developed in tanks hit by preferably incendiary projectiles. When the tanks were half empty, and developed due to the presence in the tanks of high concentrations of petrol vapors, whether the tanks were not self-sealing. However, it must be said that the Re 2000 also had another serious handicap, namely the unreliability of its engine, contrary to what happened to the engine that equipped the Fiat G50 and the Mach-E 200. For the rest, the Reggiane Re 2000 was superior to the two competitors' fighters, and it could not be otherwise given that it was at least 3 years younger from the point of view of the technology used and the wisdom of the industrial ability of mass production, with a clear reduction in the number of the components of the structure while ensuring a sturdiness equal to or greater than the Fiat G50 and Mach-E 200. After all, the boss of Fiat himself, Senator Giovanni Agnelli, who had carefully studied the American industrial processes, complimented the project with engineer Longhi, telling him that the Reggiane Re 2000 was designed to be mass-produced. The Reggiane Re 2000 would have ensured volumes of aircraft built much better than what could be guaranteed by the Maquis and Fiat fighters built in a way that was closer to craftsmanship rather than mass production. In comparative tests, the Reggiane was superior to both the Italian aircraft and the Messerschmitt 109 in dogfighting, despite the German fighter outclassing it in top speed. But not considering excellent projects in favor of good projects was not just an Italian problem. Just think of many excellent British, French, American and German aircraft that did not receive the attention they amply deserved.